Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman, and with me today is Casey Briggs. Casey, what's going on, brother?
Not much. Just catching up on all my wrestling before the big shows.
Gotcha. Casey is catching up with his wrestling, and we are going to review NXT TakeOver New Orleans. Before we get into that, guys, do me a favor. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe if you like the content. If you like the content, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down. Not here to beg for anything else. Watch the video, be involved in the comment section and the discussion below. We will also do a WrestleMania review. That video will be separate this time. Last year we did everything in one. We're going to try it separate this year and see what happens. Casey, let's get into it, man. What are your thoughts right now leading up to this show, since you have a fresh view on it? I've been watching week to week. So what do you think so far of this show?
Yeah, I literally just binged it all this morning to catch up, like the last 5 or 6 episodes.
Messing with my camera a little bit. Go ahead.
It's all right. There's certain things that I'm really excited for. There's other things that I'm not so excited for. I'll say that
what's got your interest?
What's got my interest? Obviously, Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. That those two guys will tear the house down. But also certain aspects of the North American title ladder match. However, there are certain aspects of that match that I think are stupid as well. We'll get into that when we actually talk about that match. But I'm also excited for Aleister Black to wrestle for the title.
I agree. There's not too much to hate about NXT. Like I said, small show. Not every week you're going to get something great, but normally you are going to get something that delivers every single time. And NXT does that, at least for me. But the first match I do want to talk about is the ladder match to crown the first ever NXT North American champion. Good way to have Regal debut this. What did you think of EC3's debut as well? Sorry.
I thought he needed better shoes because they were like messing up his pant leg and stuff. And I'm like, bro, you're supposed to let fly. And it was just messing him up a little bit. But no, I liked him. I like EC3. Really good in the ring. I think we should all be excited that he's here.
Yeah, he finally looks like a how do I want to put this without disrespecting Impact Wrestling? He seems more like a he's not in the small pond anymore. He's a big fish. Now he's kind of like a big fish in the big pond. Is probably the best way to put it. Like, it seems like he belongs here more than previously.
Absolutely.
That's my opinion on it. But
absolutely. I am a little shocked that WWE is letting him keep the EC3 name, since it's very tied into Impact and TNA. But obviously they'll probably never ever reference what it stands for. But
no, but I like that they kept the name for him. I mean, Impact wasn't going to fight anymore on the trademarks, they said, for a while at least. So
yeah,
take advantage while you can. So in this match right now, guys, we have Adam Cole, EC3, Killian Dain, Lars Sullivan, the Velveteen Dream, and Ricochet making his big debut. I see a lot of promise for each guy in this match. Adam Cole, he's been put in some good predicaments. He's been a victim of other people getting injured, and he's been kind of eating the faults of it, and things haven't been working out so great for him. So maybe he's the person you could put the belt on. EC3's coming in with a lot of clout, and I can see Vince McMahon possibly liking him. Killian Dain has really stood out as the star of Sanity, in my opinion. I think he's the best guy who could work in the ring out of all of them, and he's stolen the show. Lars Sullivan, I'm not fully sold on him yet. Velveteen Dream, I think, is amazing, and he is the self-developed talent. And Ricochet is their new indie darling that everyone's going to be really hyped for. And if you've never seen him work, be prepared to be amazed. What do you think, Casey? Who's your prediction going into this right now out of all of these?
All right, well, let's kick it off. I think this match is going to be absolutely awesome. I love Killian Dain, but he belongs nowhere near this match.
Why do you say that about Killian?
Because he's not from North America. Did they have anyone that was not from the UK wrestling in the UK, the inaugural UK tournament to crown the first ever champ?
This is true.
No, I'm fine with it
right.
now.
Well, you're right. I just had to think for a second.
I'm fine with non-UK people wrestling for that belt now because it's been established, blah blah blah. But I think for the inaugural crowning of it, like. I don't know. Like, that's just my thing. It's the North American title. So just like the UK title was to champion UK wrestling, I think the North American title should be to champion North American wrestling, at least for the inaugural crowning. And that's what I was just doing on my phone. I was just looking up where everyone else was from. Everyone else is good.
Yeah, I was actually just doing the same thing, trying to research if there was someone else that maybe I missed in it.
No, they're all from North America. So that's my only problem. Like, I love Killian Dain. Don't get me wrong. I think he's amazing, but I will be upset if he wins the first ever North American title.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Like, it's just, I don't either. I'm pretty sure it's going to Ricochet.
Ooh, is that who your prediction is?
That's my prediction, 100%.
Ooh, well, I'm going different than you.
What are you doing, EC3?
No. I'm going Velveteen Dream.
All right, man.
I think the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet are going to feud over this title. They are your mid-card people. I think Adam Cole and EC3 are above this, and my predictions later will lead to why I think some of this stuff anyway. But Killian Dain, Lars Sullivan will cancel each other out. Adam Cole and EC3. I'm not even sure what EC3 is. I'm assuming he's a babyface. Assuming.
It seemed like it.
Yeah. So, and then I think Velveteen Dream steals this one for his match with Aleister Black that he had. That was amazing. He had a lot of promise going in. So I think Velveteen Dream's the guy.
Oh, I agree. I love Velveteen Dream. But I don't know, man. I think...
My thought was, what would traditional WWE do? They would go with Ricochet because he was my pick originally in my head. But then I said, you got to go Velveteen Dream, though, and give Ricochet something to chase after, something to do.
I think you still go with Ricochet for the win, but set up in the match a feud going forward with Velveteen Dream. Though there is something to be said for Adam Cole. I'm just saying, like, he's my dark horse just because, I mean, his flunkies have belts. Why doesn't he have a belt around his waist?
I think that was because of everything that happened. Like I said, with the injuries with McIntyre, and it seemed like they were going in that route with him and McIntyre feuding, and then plans changed a little bit with Andrade. We'll see what happens with it. I think this is going to be a good match. This is your sleeper match, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Next, we get into the NXT women's match. We have Ember Moon, who is the champion, versus Shayna Baszler. Man, tell me how you really feel about that one.
This sucks.
Not a fan? Is it Ember's boring? Shayna's boring? Both?
It's Ember's. Ember doesn't excite me in the ring, really. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to disrespect her. She's very talented. But there's just something about her that just doesn't really, like, light a fire under me and get me excited. Like, I feel like they missed the boat on her, like, with her feud with Asuka. So, and they crowned her the champion too late. Like, I don't know. They never had her beat Asuka, first of all. That was lame. And then just, I don't know, like, yeah, there's just something about her that she's missing something. And Shayna Baszler is boring, like, is awful on the microphone. And, I mean, she's still pretty green in the ring, but at least, like, they gave her a style of she has a style of wrestling that kind of, like, is okay for being a little green in the ring. Like, she comes from combat sports, and they just embrace that.
Which I think they should. To me, this is going to sound like my opinion for the next two matches at least. Ember Moon's past all of this NXT stuff. I think she's ready for the main roster. She never needed that title, and it was too late once they tried to put it on her, in my opinion. So they gave her kind of this pity-pat victory. Yep. It's time to move her up. And you know that they're going to have that big women's battle royal. They're going to see how she meshes with everyone. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine, and she's going up. I got Shayna Baszler winning this.
So do I.
There's nowhere else for this to go, and I think her and Kairi Sane will be the next big feud.
Yeah, although I'm still going to throw it out there. There's one woman that reigns supreme. There's one woman that reigns supreme over everyone else in NXT, and that's Nikki Cross. I'm sorry, but she blows every other woman in NXT out of the water. It's not even close, in my opinion.
Yeah, she's definitely top. I'm worried that she's going to get scooped up soon too. But
She probably is. Like, it's probably a similar situation, like you said, with Ember Moon. Like, they just missing the boat on her. But to me, it's a shame that she never got to hold the NXT Women's Championship.
And I think we're going to see the same thing with Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. I think they're time to move up too, because you're not really doing anything else as a duo down in NXT. In my opinion.
I think they'll be in the Battle Royal at WrestleMania.
Yeah, absolutely, and as well as they should be. I mean, it is what it is. We get to the NXT Championship match I have here next. I'm sorry. The NXT title match is Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega versus Aleister Black. Casey, who do you have winning this?
Aleister Black.
All right, me too. I think this is pretty much the one that this is the layup.
Yeah.
So, you just know when it's the guy's time and it's Aleister Black's time. Like,
I will be absolutely stunned and shocked if they keep the belt on Almas. Like, don't get me wrong, he's had some really good matches, but again, he's garbage on the microphone. No one can understand a word he says. Like, he just shouts.
Can I say it? This is with all due respect. You're Alberto Del Rio 2.0, man. Like, I can't sugarcoat that any other way or tell you something any different. He will be a good mid-card champion on the main roster. And I think it's time for him to go too. You're a great wrestler, bro. I know it. Okay. Go be great in the mid-card. Do something up there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he won the NXT title. I'm not even going to lie. He exceeded my expectations with that even. Because a few months ago, before he won the belt, I thought he was garbage until he got Zelina Vega.
Absolutely.
And this is why managers matter in wrestling, people. All right, here was the match I was talking about. It's the NXT Tag Team title match. Spoiler alert. If you do not want to know what's going to happen on NXT this Wednesday, from the day of me recording this video, you may want to skip this part or pause it and go watch that first and then come back. I'm giving you some time, giving you some more time. Someone's probably running back to their phone right now saying, oh, wait, give me some more time. Your time has ended. This is also for the Dusty Classic Trophy. Right now we have the Undisputed Era, which will consist of Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly will be the tag team due to Bobby Fish being injured, versus the Authors of Pain versus Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. Getting into this and looking at it, the Authors of Pain. I am so sick of them on NXT. Not sick of them in a bad way, but just like, dude, go up to the main roster already. We don't need you down here anymore. I want to see Heavy Machinery and the Street Profits and those guys move up, and they're starting to overstay their welcome is my basic point with them. Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong, this has got to be leading to them feuding. You can never trust Pete Dunne, in my opinion. He looks like a nasty scoundrel heel, and you just can't trust him. So I think something's going to happen with those two next. And I predict the Undisputed Era to keep the belts for now. And I think Adam Cole is going to keep the belts safe while Bobby Fish recovers for the next few months.
Agreed. When you told me the spoiler, I mentioned I think it's a mistake, but it is what it is. You know, I think they could have done something on this week's episode to set up a UK title match on the show, but whatever. So, yeah, I go with Undisputed Era to keep the belts. And I agree with you. Authors of Pain, I don't dislike them at all. Like, they're a good, big bruiser, you know, tag team. But, yeah, they have nothing to do anymore on NXT. So,
and while you mentioned the Pete Dunne, Roderick Strong thing, this is a little bit of a sidebar. I fear for Eric Young and who's the other partner with them? I can't think of his name right now.
Who you talking? Alexander Wolf?
Yeah, Alexander Wolf and Eric Young. I fear for those two when they go up. Nikki Cross and Killian Dain, they definitely have something to do. They definitely have a purpose on the main roster, but I don't know what they're going to do with Eric Young and Alexander Wolf. Like, I don't know.
Oh, what you do is you have this is getting into spoilers for my predictions on WrestleMania. I'll save it. I'll save it for WrestleMania.
Save it.
Tune into that video, okay?
Darn right. And let's get to the main event. The main event match will be the match that's featured on the poster on the front cover of this video. It's going to be an unsanctioned match with Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. And before I get into this, and I'll let you say your piece first, Casey, about it. This is how you build up a babyface and a heel in modern-day wrestling. Tommaso Ciampa is so hated by the NXT crowd that they wouldn't let him speak. And I love him wearing the Austin knee brace. Seems like a little bit of a tribute. The black card, you can tell he was a fan from the Attitude Era. This just has everything written on it to make a great story. Go ahead, Casey. What do you think about this match? Or the build-up and everything to it?
I am so excited for this match. These are two amazing wrestlers that are going to absolutely tear the house down next Saturday. I can't wait. The build-up's been amazing. I know everyone was a little worried when the injury happened, you know, when they first started the break, you know, did the breakup, and then Ciampa got injured, and everyone was like, oh crap, like now that's not it. But this just, I mean, how they handled it was absolutely perfect. And Ciampa is an amazing heel, and especially when he like gets in old women's faces. I'm very excited for this match, and I got Gargano taking the win.
Same here. I have Gargano taking the win. I love the build up to this. Even when Gargano's waiting outside, like if this guy really wanted to get after you, you're all in Florida. He would come to your house. He knows where you live. He used to be your tag partner, and he's knocking on the door, beating on it like, I know you're in there. Come on out and fight me. I'm like, this is perfect. And he's just recording a video on his phone like, Regal, you got to do something about this guy. It's driving me crazy. Even when he waited outside for him and Heavy Machinery was recording their video like a promo, and then he tries to run up, hit him with the car, and he's like, oh, good Lord, it's a Ford. And Heavy Machinery made me laugh when I'm listening to that. Just good stuff all together by them. Johnny Gargano is someone who I think the main roster needs, but I don't want to lose him off of NXT for fear that he's going to go to 205 Live or something.
No way, man. You know what he needs to do? He needs to move up and form a tag team with Daniel Bryan.
Oh my dude. You know who else mentioned this? Shout out to JD from New York in the video. I was listening to him. JD from New York said if Shane McMahon can't go, Johnny Gargano would be a perfect partner for Daniel Bryan to move up.
Amazing. The crowd would go wild, dude. And I mean, he's basically like a younger version of Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's something special right there. I'd like to see it happen. I don't think it will, but
yeah, I don't think so either. But
I think he wins and he stays down in NXT. The real problem is though, with the payoff for this storyline, is I feel Gargano needs to win the NXT Championship kind of to like cement this and be done with NXT. And then when he loses it, he can go. But I don't know if I can see that happening with Aleister Black as the champion. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways I could see this going. So,
yeah, I hear you. I mean, I got him winning this because they have to bring him back into the fold, but I don't know where he goes from there.
Right, because I also see not EC3, Adam Cole eventually feuding with Black to take the belt off of him. So it's kind of a tough to say moment.
It's a bit of a log jam at the top.
Yeah. Yeah, real tough. Real tough.
And can I just say something real quick, since you mentioned that the tag team multiple times in this video?
Go ahead.
Heavy Machinery. What are their two names? Real quick.
Tucker Knight and Otis. I can't remember.
Dozovich.
Yes, thank you.
Dozer. Dozer is a star in the making. He has such a unique look, and just he has like he's a star in the making, and I hope NXT doesn't blow it with him.
I don't think NXT is gonna blow it. Like I said, I feel like they're in that green stage right now where, listen, you're going to eat some L's to the Authors of Pain and different guys. But they've got potential in the future.
Well, notice how I didn't say that the Heavy Machinery are stars in the making.
You don't think Tucker Knight? See, I think Tucker Knight's he looks like he's the more athletic of the two.
He doesn't have a look to me. He doesn't have a look that grabs me. I look at him and I'm like, I'm looking at a guy from some random indie show, like that just is a wrestler. He's got long hair. He kind of looks like a doofus. But Dozer, I look at him and I'm like, I remember you. Like, you're special.
Street Profits, I think they've got potential too. I can tell they're big D'Lo Brown.
Street Profits suck.
You don't what? How dare you?
They're terrible. Oh, I'm gonna wear gym shorts. I'm gonna wear gym shorts to the ring.
I like Angelo Dawkins.
Would you just get out of the Y, bro? You just get out of your Y League game?
This is where me and Casey Briggs disagree, folks. This is just one of those weird moments. I'm telling you, Street Profits have potential. I wonder what's in that cup.
Yeah, you know what? I liked them the first time when they were called Crime Time.
Wow. Let's not go there. We got an exciting card for you for NXT TakeOver New Orleans. Guys, I want to know, who do you think's going to win? Let's talk about Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. What do you guys think is going to happen in that big main event match? And I think that match has to be the main event going into the show. But we're going to get ready to record that WrestleMania video next. So if you guys want to join us, shout out to the 2 viewers who are watching the video that just joined. Make sure that you guys check us out for our WrestleMania video. We'll have that up in a few minutes. We are out. Peace.